In a world of noise, we choose clarity.
Go to the oppressed. Go to the downtrodden. Go to the exploited. Go to the people who don't know who they are. Who are lost in knowledge of themselves and who are strangers in a land that is not theirs. Go to those people. Go to the slaves. Go to the second-class citizens. Go to the ones who are suffering the brunt of Caesar's brutality. And if Jesus were here in America today, he wouldn't be going to the white man. The white man is the oppressor. He would be going to the oppressed. He would be going to the humble. He would be going to the lowly. He would be going to the rejected and the despised. He would be going to the so-called American Negro.
Basically, we're poor righteous teachers. And we strive to civilize people that don't have no knowledge of themselves. If a person is living a life of wickedness or doing evil,
In a world
it's
of
our duty
noise,
to civilize people as fathers
choose
to
clarity.
strive to educate them, to put them on the proper path.
In a world of noise, we
sin,
choose.
bondage, come on, getting kicked around in life and taken advantage of, to another place, a good place, a land that flows with milk and honey. How many of y'all think that sounds like a better deal? I'll take milk and honey over bondage and beatings any day of the week.
Well, yeah, man, that nigga Jay-Z, great entertainer, bad person.
Yeah.
And
And
then,
yo, God, they took his words and used it against him. That's what I'm saying. You can't play with the devil, God. That the devil don't come to play, God.
yeah,
And you're not gonna get nothing over his head, God. He tried to use the word trick knowledge, like he was in there. I pay attention to what a nigga ain't saying,
yeah,
right? To a trick knowledge. So now that was supposed to trigger the guards or anybody with knowledge itself to say, oh, he
yeah.
talking about something.
Yeah, like when he wore the chain, when he was wearing the chain.
Right. I got bombed for that too. I tried to stick up for the brother with that chain, and God took my head off, God. I ain't gonna even lie to you, God.
Yeah,
I was like, nah, God. I said, well, he's showing one's culture. Nigga said, yo, you mean to tell me, God, a nigga wearing a chain is showing one's culture? I was like, oh shit. Yo, and this shit was on Facebook, God. I said, oh shit.
yeah,
And God was like, yo, don't ever call me with this foolishness, God. I said, oh shit. I said, I had to eat that one, God. I had,
Yo, that's still Sharpens Steel right there, man.
yeah, I had to eat that. But the
Yeah,
point I was making was him wearing the chain at least will raise questions to those that
yeah,
don't know.
it did.
You know what I
They
mean?
had Forbes asking him about the chain.
And that's the point I was coming from. I was like, yo, when that question is asked, you can answer it and maybe answering that question or add one on to the nation.
But he never answered it though. That's the
Nah,
only
he said
thing. He
I
never
answered it
answered.
off camera when they said who chain it was and all of that.
Yeah,
That was what's his name, Chain.
Jay Electronica.
Jay Electronica, yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But so he tried to use that terminology. See, he's slick. And I said, see, the devil caught you and you took that word from you and used it against you. She said, well, he's the master tricknologist. I said, boom,
yeah,
bombed your ass.
yeah,
Bombed
yeah,
your
yeah,
ass,
yeah,
God.
yeah.
Because that's what your people saying about you now.
Yeah, Saul Williams tore him up years ago. Since then, he always been scared to come amongst the people and talk.
Every situation you've been in, and you threw the bat signal up there in the fucking sky. No. We just use that as an example.
We don't got superheroes, if that's what you're saying.
Which God appeared to help you if it wasn't yourself or your relative or somebody around?
But let me tell you this.
No. You said the man came out of prison and he's singing songs about God. But what God is he singing about? Is he singing about God himself or a mystery God in the sky?
Oh, guess what, Teifu? Not everybody got that knowledge and power. You feel me? Maybe.
But what has the mystery God?
But maybe. All right, see, and this is what we get into.
Yeah.
This is what we get into the perspective, bro, of people, bro. Listen, somebody God, and your God might be two different gods. You feel me? The God within you and the God up above is two different things. You feel me? That's a fact.
What God up above can you show and prove?
We can't show you proof. That's within the person. That's the perspective within the person. Because I see the same way you believe that you a god, bro. Somebody might call you ignorant. Somebody might call you.
How they gonna call me ignorant?
Because how can you put yourself on God's pedestal?
How you a god? Put yourself on a god.
I'm not saying.
You never seen it, but I'm saying no. I'm saying no. When the Bible was written, right? It say, let's take stories in the Bible. You got one story in the Bible. Who start talking? Yeah. You got another shit. Noah had to build an ark. You got countless stories where God had to appear to speak to man to correct him, right? Why the motherfucker ain't never appear again now?
Alright, see? Alright, and this is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Everything you telling me is the same shit that I done asked the same people that believe in God, alright? So boom, this is what I've gotten from it. This is what I've gotten from it. Certain people just gone through certain shit, bro, that make them see this imaginary white man that's in the sky, bro, with straight hair that been carrying fucking thorns, and this nigga carried a goddamn cross on his back for miles, being whipped. You see me some supernatural shit. You seen a nigga on earth do no supernatural shit yet. You feel me?
I'm saying when you say supernatural, like what you mean, God?
What I mean is, some people take the Bible too literally. You know what I'm saying? Some people might say, some people might say God really turned water into wine. Some people might use that as a metaphor.
Okay, I got you.
That's what I'm saying. It's all on deception, or not deception, perception.
Yeah, and comprehension, right?
And comprehension, how you comprehend it. All right, cool. With a story about the lions, then. We all know that nigga did not sit in no fucking lions den with no hungry ass lions. We go talk to them African niggas that really hunt them niggas, bro. You not sitting in no fucking lion den with no lion, petting the lion, talking about I conquered the lion. We know that for a fact. But what we took from the story was the nigga was courageous enough to go hop in that den with those lions after he's been deceived by all of his peers. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I got from it. So no, when Vybz Kartel came out of jail, to some people and to probably him, he could have been talking about that nigga up there, or he could have been talking about how he put faith into himself and he got himself. I don't do that. It's all about perception and how people see it, but I don't agree with the pastors. What they pushing is bullshit. I don't agree with that shit. What they pushing on black folk, because if we want to talk about Christianity and we want to talk about the masses on who it affects black people the most. It affect black people the fucking most. Every grandmother, well, not this generation. This generation is lost. They don't know not a God, all these niggas fake know a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Allah is a form of a God, though. So
that's what I'm trying to explain to you. But they fake know because it's popping. It's what's cool. It's cool to be Muslim now. So it's kind of like back then. Charleston White had said this shit. A lot of these young niggas is gonna go to hell because they doing these crimes and none of them pray to God. Don't none of them pick up that Bible. Don't none of them. Yeah. Don't none of them got a grandmother that prays to know how you're being, that sits down and puts that energy out there in that world for them. Because all they grandmothers nowadays is popping coochie on TikTok. You know?
This is my question, right? What do y'all believe in? Not you and him, as far as there is no God.
I just want to build on what he said, cause I think the crossroads where we at now. A lot of people realize all this religion and all this shit is a lie. Or a story that our ancestors had to tell themselves in order to understand that what was happening around them. Because they science and all that other shit wasn't up to par yet. Once you realize it's a lie, people don't want to accept the truth to replace the lie with. See, because when you accept the truth, you cut out that middleman. And now you can't be like, God made me do this. Exactly. The devil made me do this. Exactly. God gonna do this for me. The devil gonna, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be that shit for yourself now. And now you gotta be that God. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't ready to take that step. That's why Charleston White could say some shit like that. He at one point he's shooting down the truth, I mean the lie, and then he replacing it with another lie.
And let me
There
ask
ain't no
this,
fucking hell. The only hell is here on earth. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
my point. How does he know hell exists and he ain't never died and came back and to let us know whether that was a lie or not?
Exactly.
That's also a fact. That's also a fact. But that's why I say it's based on perception. Because if you're a person that believes in good and evil and what you do on this earth affects what you do in the afterlife, then that is what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
That's also my point, guys. See, we focus on the afterlife. That's belief. That's theory, right? Because no man came from the dead.
No man can't know until you're there.
No, but hear me out. We focus on the afterlife more than we focus on this life we got right here.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? You know, we got to get our head out the clouds, God, and deal with the planet Earth, God. We got to make sure this planet Earth is right and exact. Well, everybody want to be heaven bound, you know what I mean? But the Earth be no good.
But that comes down back to the times where we was taking off them boats, because our culture was big on religion, and we was based on praying and looking up to the stars and using the sun and the moon and all of them things. And the white man replaced that with their God. You know what I'm saying? So
fairy tale.
So once they replaced it with that book, and they started training all of the niggas to listen to that book and follow that code, it was a generational curse that is hard to break at this point, because now you got people like my grandmother believing this book. You got people like my aunts believing in this book, and I can't get with that, because who the fuck created this shit? Can't nobody tell me the first nigga to write this motherfucker. Everywhere I go, there's another digital copy. So how can you digitally copy holy scripts? Something that's supposed to be holy, you know?
I want to know who was the journalist that was there to record all this shit.
Exactly. Who seen all this shit?
Yeah, who was there to see all this happen?
And it's never written at the time it happened. It's always written thousands of years after. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad, you know what I'm saying, was illiterate. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't write himself. Somebody else wrote the Quran. You know what I'm saying? Buddha, you know what I'm saying? He didn't speak the language that the Dhammapada or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the Buddhist text is written in. You know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ and all that. Years after, you know what I'm saying, his death, even if he really lived. So yeah, man. It's all a bunch of bullshit, man.
This is the reason why, that's a lot of the reason as to why I want to travel, because these same places that I'm talking about where we used to go to pray, that's how we recorded our history. You had to go to caves and whatnot. You had to be there. It wasn't a thing that was written down. It was a thing that was passed down from person to person. We was told our history through. That's why family barbecues and family gatherings and family reunions is a thing that's needed within the black community, because back then, that's how our history was passed down.
Oral.
You feel me? That's how a lot of our knowledge was passed down to one another. There'd be men in a group over here, and the women in a group over there. We all around fire or whatever. You talking about how you see your fathers and their fathers do certain X, Y, and Z, and they're speaking on us and they're talking to the youth. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the women. And we're teaching technique and all them type of things but that shit doesn't happen to
you see. I see what you're saying, but to go back to what he said a couple minutes ago, what do we believe in? Why have they made us so afraid to believe in ourselves? You don't have to believe in nothing, because at the end of the day, when you pray, you hearing your voice. If a God talks to you, if you think about it, you hearing your voice. They say God know everything that you do. That's you. You know what I'm saying? You never seen the face of God? That's you. Know what I'm saying? Like every example that's in front of you that is not this mystery and this shit that they made. Like this motherfucker hates you. You can't even go to 5th Avenue right now and live next to this nigga. This nigga gonna give you a book to live in fucking heaven? He don't even want you living next door to him. But he gonna give you a book after you dead. You can live next to him in fucking heaven? This shit don't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying?
And keep in mind, they say, I'm not going to say they, I read that when you begin to believe is when your knowledge stops. So you either know or you don't know. To believe is to stop your knowledge, is to stop your progression, is to stop your observation. You see what I'm saying? So either you know or you don't. They say you believe in God.
we gotta start having faith in ourselves.
I don't believe in God. I know God. You see what I'm saying? I don't look outside myself for anything. You see what I'm saying? And if I don't know it, I got the tools to learn how to inquire and apply it to myself and add on. You know what I mean? Can I do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what brings about us as a cipher or everybody coming together as community. You know, I might go put the pipes in the house, right? The God say food is probably good with electricity, right? You might be good with bricklaying, you know, and your other man might be good. So look at that. So that's God, right? We come with our perspective and add our perspective, and we build a house. You see what I'm saying? Instead of waiting for something to come out the sky to do it for. You know what I mean? I see my own mother, God. I see my own mother die crying on the Jesus that never showed up, God. I seen this with my 2 eyes, so I don't gotta be convinced that shit don't work. I know it don't work. And my mother was the most faithful Christian probably on the face of this earth. But I learned at that moment when she died in front of me that shit don't work like that. You see what I'm saying, God? So I'm not telling you a story. I'm telling you what I witnessed. You see what I'm saying? And at that moment, I said that shit don't work like that. I love my mother.
It don't work for if people is honest, there's not a person on this planet that believe in that shit, dog. But they're not person. They think they believe in it.
You want to know why? Then you want to know why I say this is why at the beginning of the conversation I say it's perspective based, because you say how you seen how you went through that unfortunate traumatic experience. And you said that shit don't work. You seen that shit don't work. There was evidence that motherfucker don't work, right? Somebody like myself, not saying that I believe in a man or whatever, but somebody like myself that could have been standing inches away from somebody that caught a bullet. You know what I'm saying? And I was right there 2 seconds ago when it happened. I could have been like, yo, bro, that nigga had my back. You feel me? It's all perspective based. Some shit somebody could have could have prayed to God like, yo, I need this to X, Y, and Z happen, and X, Y, and Z actually happen. They be convinced like a motherfucker he's good.
No, but they're giving credit, right? Because they're only gonna go as far as their knowledge takes them. That's no different than saying believing in the Santa Claus, right? You know how many children believe that Santa Claus really left them presents for them because they didn't see it with their 2 physical eyes that their parents did that?
Exactly.
And then one day to be let down, but their parents say, oh, nah, Santa Claus don't exist. I've been doing that all these years. Same philosophy.
That's their perspective.
Or the truth. But what I'm saying is, your perspective is, why would you go to, oh, well, God saves me from that, as opposed to, damn, I moved at the right time. I got out the way at the right time.
That's a fact. But that was just an example that's situational based. If we want to really, alright, so boom, there's niggas that's been paralyzed and told they will never ever walk. And that motherfucker walk.
Yo, Bruce Lee falls on that
motherfucker walk. To him, he could have been on that bed praying to God every night. Who knows? We don't know that. That's between him and his God. You know what I'm saying? He might not have the knowledge about the God within him. That's why I said that's 2 different aspects.
Right. But my point is that don't make it correct. That don't make it an actual fact. You understand what I'm saying? He can come across another situation where he think that'll work, and then it won't work for him. Then it
won't work. And that's when he gets his knowledge. Like you said, he didn't have the knowledge of that. He got his knowledge now, and then now his perspective has changed on it. So now he's known about the God within himself. Next situation that come around, right? Knowing that, hey, bro, I prayed to this man, bro. He wasn't there for me when I came around, but, hey, I know how to move myself going through that situation that I went through.
I see your point.
It's all about, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say every nigga life differently. It's all about...
In other words, you're saying everybody returns in their own good time.
You feel me?
I see your point.
Exactly. You gotta see the light. You gotta see it. It's gonna come to you. Everybody say they light flash before their lives, before they die. You know what I'm saying? That's basically you telling me if I'm going to heaven, why would my life flash before my eyes?
Right, but my point is, nobody came from the dead and told us all this was actually fact. You see what I'm saying?
There's niggas that have flatlined and came back.
But they can't.
They came back. Word of bro. There's niggas that have flatlined and came back. There's people that have them niggas that OD. Technically, they heart stop and they die.
Yo, bro, you never. I'm saying, like, they done gave explanations for that. Some people done said maybe it's the doctor shining the light into your eyes. You know, say like we've been asleep and seen weird shit. Like when you almost waking up and you see weird images with your eyes and all that other type shit. That shit could be anything. You know what I'm saying? But on another token,
let me interpolate, God.
Yeah.
I've heard stories from atheists. That's the same way. You see what I'm saying? Now, atheists don't acknowledge a God at all. One atheist said, I died and I was floating over these nice mountains and all this old shit. You see what I'm saying? So everybody, that's a brain thing. And you know.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's a, you know, because if you got this person that believes in God, said, I died and I seen the light and I went through the light. Then you had a person that don't believe in God that told the same story. So which means God ain't got nothing to do with that shit.
That's the God within you. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's the God within you. That's what you're talking about. He did not have knowledge of what that light was.
But I'm talking about generally across the board. So it has to be some type, you know, that's like an evidence that, you know, it's a brain thing. You feel me? Because if you got a person that don't believe in God, then you got a person that believes in God, saying they died and they both had the same experience, then that means you got to remove God from that equation.
You definitely do.
You see what I'm saying?
I completely agree.
That's just a process of a death thing. I would, you know.
But I think the person that believe in God and don't believe in God is kind of on the same plane, because right when COVID had started, I'm just using this one example. Shit, I forgot what I wanted to say, but it was one example. When COVID started, I had a coworker that was like, I ain't straighten that shit. I got the blood of Jesus going to protect me. Came home, my mom said the same shit. I ain't worried about no motherfucking COVID.
Absolutely.
So we believe in God, right? We believe in God. God is the motherfucking man. Before we pick up the guns, right? If God was the motherfucking man, before we picked up the gun, rabbis and priests and imams would sit at the table and hash it out, right? Like the Sopranos, right? Cause they the right-hand man, the motherfucking God, right? Before you even get to us that carry the guns, before you even get to the soldiers, if God is real in these people's eyes, the priests and all these niggas would sit down and talk about Israel and Iran and be like, yo, this is what we're gonna do. And them niggas would argue it out. And if they can't work it out, then they would call up the motherfuckers with the guns. Right. It wouldn't be the motherfuckers with the guns first. And then the priests. The priests don't even get called. The priests looked upon as a joke, right? The Iran war and all these shits going on right now, they ain't called up one imam, one rabbi, one priest or whatever to see even what the fuck they got to say. They themselves don't see that shit as real.
No, right, because they designed that shit. They designed that shit to separate the original man from himself. You see what I'm saying? So while we looking for God, they carrying out their business on earth.
They creating a heaven on earth.
Absolutely.
They behaving as gods on earth. You know what I'm saying? We the only motherfuckers in the clouds.
You know what I'm saying? We got a degree that says who is that mystery God, right? It says there is no mystery God. The Son of Man searched for this mystery God for trillions of years and was unable to find this so-called mystery God. So they all agree that the only true and living God is the Son of Man. We lost no time searching for that which does not exist. Now us, we're not the ones who look for that mystery God. We know who God is. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't do it, it will not get done. That's that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Exactly. Other people I seen get hit by cars and shit like that. Now that's a situation I would expect a God to show up, right? They say God take care of all babies and stuff, right? Yeah, except old baby just got shot in Brooklyn last week. Bullet went right through his brain. So I know that that's false. God do not take care of all babies. Because that baby be dead right now. that was the case. You understand?
Exactly.
The point is like Elijah Muhammad said, right? You know, you can put 2 glasses of water in, right? Clean glass and a dirty glass. If you've been raised to drink that dirty glass of water all your life, you're going to think something wrong with the clean glass. Because you're going to say, that shit don't look like the shit I've been drinking all my life. You see what I'm saying? So it's a conditioning. It's a condition.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The shit is physics. Like, you know, like us talking to a Christian now, it's no different than a tractor trailer filled to the max, right? If that shit going at 100 miles an hour, in order for that tractor to stop and go in the opposite direction, when it hit his brakes, he's going to slide another 100, right? That's the physics of it, right? You know, that's the weight, the force pushing the mechanism, right? So to even teach, that's why I leave old people alone. I don't teach old people because they've been living that way of life for so long. It's going to be hard to get them to see things another way. They're too afraid because they've been living that certain life for so long, right? So I don't even mess with old people when it comes to that. I don't teach them how to see.
You know, not to cut your bill, dog, God, but I wanted to add on to it.
Add on, God.
You know, old people, you know, that's like being a parent or calling yourself being a man. You know what I'm saying? In all reality, if we listen to everything that the ancestors told us, we will be wrong in a lot of different ways. You ever thought about it? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know which ancestors.
I mean, your mother, your mother's mother, your auntie of your mother. Sometimes being a parent, you're not telling them the right moves to make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they're yesterday and we're here today.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Right?
But you have to take what we grew up with and put it together to make you, and it makes you a better person.
Right, you preserve the best part for yourself.
In a world of noise, we choose clarity.
Go to the oppressed. Go to the downtrodden. Go to the exploited. Go to the people who don't know who they are. Who are lost in knowledge of themselves and who are strangers in a land that is not theirs. Go to those people. Go to the slaves. Go to the second-class citizens. Go to the ones who are suffering the brunt of Caesar's brutality. And if Jesus were here in America today, he wouldn't be going to the white man. The white man is the oppressor. He would be going to the oppressed. He would be going to the humble. He would be going to the lowly. He would be going to the rejected and the despised. He would be going to the so-called American Negro.
Basically, we're poor righteous teachers. And we strive to civilize people that don't have no knowledge of themselves. If a person is living a life of wickedness or doing evil,
in a world
it's
of
our duty to
noise,
civilize people as fathers
choose clarity.
strive to educate them, to put them on the proper path.
In a world of noise, we
Sin,
choose.
bondage, come on, getting kicked around in life and taken advantage of, to another place, a good place, a land that flows with milk and honey. How many of y'all think that sounds like a better deal? I'll take milk and honey over bondage and beatings any day of the week.